back with another update video. I'm driving, so I might not really be looking at the camera. So yesterday we had our pre-drywall meeting. I didn't record while we were doing that because I just didn't want to be weird with a camera while we're doing that and they're trying to talk to us about stuff. So I didn't record any of that. There really wasn't too much to talk about, but in your pre-drywall meeting they will go over the next steps in the process with you, as well as clarify and make sure that everything is completed correctly before they put in the drywall. So our sales counselor or whatever went through the house with us in each room, confirmed the HDMI cables and whatnot for the for the TV to be mounted on the walls, also for the also for the light switches and the lights, like making sure that they're all placed correctly and that the switches and everything are where they're supposed to be. So we did that. We went through each room and made sure everything was fine. The only thing that was missing, which I'll show y'all in the video, they're working on our insulation right now, but for some reason we paid extra for insulation in the office so that it can be somewhat soundproofed in my office. So it looks like they didn't have any plans on starting that, so they realized that, so they're going to go back to fix that part. So they're going to do that. Everything else pretty much looked fine. I mean, it was pretty much just the standard stuff. The builder was in that meeting as well, or the construction manager, whatever they call him. He was in there also. So we were able to ask him any questions, or we had one window that was cracked, and he pretty much told us, like, they're not doing nothing with that window until they're done bricking, because apparently whenever they brick the house, they tend to break windows. So yeah, hopefully there's not any back orders on windows or anything like that when it's time for them to replace them. So yeah, so let me think, what else? So yeah, we didn't really have, we did do our own third-party inspection. So we had someone come out. He said the house looked pretty solid. There were some things that needed to be patched up, like, you know, the poly seal that they put in between the you know, like if there's any holes or if there's any like gapping in between studs, like you're supposed to put the poly seal. So he went around and like spray painted those areas that needed the extra poly seal. He also noticed like some sheeting on the outside of the house that was missing, so he did put that on there as well. Oh, hold on. So yeah, he put that stuff on there, but luckily there wasn't anything major that needed to be fixed, or, you know, like any electrical or HVAC stuff that was wrong. All of that was good, so that helped us to feel a little bit better. So yeah, so next week they are supposed to start our drywall, and they're supposed to start our bricking. So the brick and stuff like that, he said it normally takes his guys like 4 to 5 days to complete brick, so I'm excited about that, seeing what that looks like. So yeah, there's not really too much else to say for now. I might do a separate video while I'm there, so I'll be wearing the same outfit. I'm thinking about doing a video about some of the upgrades that we chose, or maybe I could just include that here, because yeah, I don't know, we'll just have to see. Or maybe I'll just walk around and just talk about some of the upgrades that we chose. I don't know. Well, mostly we really just got the standard doors were 6 foot, but there was a optional upgrade for 8-foot doors. I think that was about like $2,000 or $2,500, something like that. So we opted for that. In our electrical meeting, we only had I think it was like 1 hour. Like, so they went over everything with us and all the different things that they offered for the electrical. Hold on. And then while we're on the phone, they're like, okay, so you have an hour to think about all of this stuff. Like, do you want all the stuff that you chose? So we chose to have 4 recessed lights in the master bedroom. That's on a dimmer switch, as well as the fan is on like one of those switches to where you can change what is that called? Change the speed. So it's not just like having to pull the string, like you can gradually change that. Then we added 2 recessed lights to the living room, but we had kind of regretted not adding 4, just because a lot of the homes that we had went in had 4 in there and we only had 2. So, but it's fine because we have a lot of recessed lighting in the kitchen as well as the dining room, so we don't really just need that. I know I showed y'all in another video that I was going to be doing the pendant lights down the hallway. So we did, it came with 2, so we have 4. Well, there was 1 in the entry, like as soon as you walk in the door, there's 1 there, and then there was 2 going down the hallway, so we added 1. So we'll have 4 lights going down the hallway. We added fans to all the bedrooms. We added some recessed lighting in my office as well. We did upgrade our flooring. Of course, you know, you have the option for like the big tile or just stuff like that. We didn't want any tile flooring in our living, dining, kitchen, bedrooms. We didn't want any tile in there. We do have tile in the bathrooms, which one thing I regret. So I wanted like a spa vibe, so I got like a nice gray color tile, but they were able to do the floor in a herringbone pattern in the bathroom, and I regret not opting to have that done in our master, because I feel like that would have really separated the master from the other bathroom, because we chose the same tile and flooring for my daughter's bathroom as well. So maybe at some point we might change out the tile, but of course that's just not really important right now. So because they didn't really have any tiling options that I wanted. They had, you know, like the traditional, well, not traditional, but the subway and stuff like that, but I really wanted something different. I either wanted the picket kind of tile or something like that. So we might end up changing that eventually, because we did not opt to have the frameless shower. So we learned that in order for us to change out the shower to a frameless shower, they would have to redo the tile, which I thought was weird. I was like, why would you have to redo the tile? But I guess it's because it's like embedded into the tile that's on the wall. So you would have to either replace it, like replace the what do you call it, just the tile that was damaged, I guess, or you could just replace all of it. And I'm like, well, if I wanted a different tile, then I guess I could just replace all of it. So yeah, we'll see, because honestly this house will probably be here for a good 5, I'm assuming maybe like 5 years. So I don't really think it's that deep. I'm already planning our forever home. So yeah, like certain things I'm definitely going to change, but other things I don't think are that serious, being that this is our first home. Oh, but yeah, so as far as the electrical goes, we added a lot of electrical. We didn't realize that we did. So I think our electrical was like $5,000. And when I asked the sales counsel, I was like, is that normal? Like, are people putting in that much? He was like, people normally put in around like $2,000 to $2,500. I was like, well, damn. So I don't know if we just did too much or what, but he was saying, like, honestly, it's better that we did most of this stuff now, because if we didn't, then we would have to worry about somebody coming in, going in the attic, you know, puncturing out the drywall or the ceiling and all that stuff to do lights. So I'm kind of glad that we did go ahead and do that or get the things that we wanted, so we didn't have to worry about trying to change it later. The only other thing I was worried about was I really wanted to do in our master bathroom some wall sconces. I wanted to do 2 separate mirrors with wall sconces on the sides of both mirrors. So we're gonna have to find lights that don't have to be wired, or don't have to, you know, like wired into the wall, because if not, we're gonna have to find an electrician to do that. So so yeah, so I'm just going to, I know that you can do like the little pocket lights and stuff, but yeah, the kind of wall sconces I was wanting, I don't know if you would be able to do that kind of light in there. Why my hair is so frizzy? I don't know why, but the past like 2 or 3 weeks or so, my hair just will not get straight like I want it to. It just is extremely puffy, extremely, like ever since I took the braids out, it's just not, I don't know if maybe it's just been humid, I don't know, but my hair has not been happy. So yeah, that is pretty much that. I'm about to pull up to the house now and just see what they are working on, or hopefully they're not working on anything, so I could walk in there, because if not, I just walked over here for no reason, or drove over here for no reason. So yeah, hopefully I can get in and see what all is going on. But I feel like those are the only, oh, the kitchen. So we did upgrade the kitchen. Instead of having the standard, what do you call it? The standard microwave over the stove. We have a gas range, and the microwave and oven are over, or on another wall. So, excuse me. So yeah, we have that like that instead. Which that was $6,000. I don't know if that's normal for other places and but $6,000, I was like, wait a minute. But that was kind of a non-negotiable for us. We knew that we had to have that, what do you call it? We knew that we had to have that kitchen like that. We did not want the microwave over the stove. So we just had to eat that up and pay for it. But we just were not going to do that frameless shower, because that was, I think, almost $3,000. And we were like, no, we're not doing that. So I'm about to take y'all in there, and yeah. All right, so we are in the house now. So now it feels so much more closed in, so we can kind of actually like really get a feel for the rooms now and how they'll be. So of course they still have to do, you know, the stuff up here and all of that. But I'm assuming all this will be complete by some point next week. So this is the room right here in my office that I was talking about, that they have not done the insulation for, which I'm assuming they'll do that soon, I guess. Because you can tell, I mean, everything's not complete, of course, so. But when our inspector came, he did like hot pink sprays and stuff where he felt that things needed to be changed. Like right here, they didn't have a support bar for the box, so he made sure to put that in. And then he did other things, like right here where there needed to be poly seal, he put spraying for that so that they could know that they need to do that. He also put that they needed to add an additional stud back here, which they did. So there's an additional stud. And then my beautiful living room. Y'all, I know, like, I'm just so grateful for all of this. Like, I cannot wait. I know that once we close, I'm gonna cry like a little baby. I'm just so grateful to be able to go through this process and be able to pick and choose the things I want in my house. Like, I understand that we are so blessed to be able to do that. So I'm so happy about it. It took us so long to get to this place. We knew that this was something that we wanted to do, and yeah, God really just guided us through it, so we were able to make this a reality for ourselves. So I cannot wait to make this a home. My baby keeps talking about, she's like, I can't wait to go to our house. I'm like, girl, me too. I cannot wait to go to our house. Like, I cannot wait. So I'm just feeling super blessed, super happy. I know not everybody has an opportunity to do something like this, so I definitely do not take it for granted. Especially in this market too. I feel like we got in at such a decent time compared to now. You know, like, our community is going to be starting another phase with our builder, and I think our home is going to be starting at dang near $60,000-$70,000 more than what we were able to lock in our house at. So, and the crazy thing is, like, we originally, I'm not going to say the area that we're in right now, but we originally wanted to live in the Aubrey, you know, Salina, Prosper, that area. But it was like, once we were ready to go ahead and, you know, pick a builder and a lot and all of that, that area just became not even an option for us anymore, because the type of house that we're getting here, there's no way that we could have gotten that out there. And this is no shade to anyone else, but the type of home that we wanted, you know, like the tall entryways, the tall ceilings, the things like that, we were not going to be able to get that out there. We were going to end up with the standard, pretty much everything, just to be able to stay in our hold on, y'all, I think I just walked into a spider web. So pretty much, in order for us to stay in the range that we needed to be in to be comfortable, you know, like with the mortgage and stuff like that, we just weren't going to be able to buy out there for the type of house that we wanted. You know, like the tall ceilings, the tall entryways, the gourmet kitchen, like a lot of those things, we were going to have to end up going with a more standard builder in order to get what we were looking for. So we were originally looking, my favorite builder is Highland. So I really wanted a Highland home. Well, around the time that we were going to go ahead and go under contract or find a house to go under contract for, they went through an extreme price increase. I mean, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 different. So the dream home that I had in mind, that I had been stalking for like a year, was no longer an option. So I was like, man, like, what are we gonna do? Like, we're just gonna have to end up getting something standard. And then I remembered this builder, and the sales rep, he kept messaging me and stuff like that. But I was just kind of like, I'm not moving out there. You know, like, it was not our ideal area. But the crazy part is, like, it wasn't our ideal area, but it is like 20 minutes from my mom. My daughter is really close to my mom, so it just made a lot of sense to be close by. So yeah, we decided, I mean, we're probably 15-20 minutes away from my mom, so if I ever need any assistance with my child or anything like that, you know, my mom can definitely come and help because she's pretty close. So I feel like this is kind of where God wanted us to be, because if we would have went that other direction, we would have been about an hour away from her, so it would have been a lot harder to get them together and stuff like that. So I think certain things didn't work out how we planned on it, because that's not what God wanted for us. I don't think so. I feel like he was like, no, I want you to be over here. So we listened, and it has been a great experience so far. I mean, besides the delays, you know, we just really feel that we got a beautiful home. We got the things that we wanted, because at one point I was actually going to change. I was trying to change what I wanted because I didn't feel like I was going to be able to find it. So the entryway, like having a long entryway, having the tall ceilings, being able to have the pendant lights and whatnot, that was really important to me. And I don't really care for 2 stories, so I didn't want that. But I started looking at 2 stories, so I was like, well, maybe we can just do this and all of that. But this ended up being the perfect thing for us, so it almost perfectly matches the other plan of that home that I wanted, but significantly lower pricing. So yeah, so everything is working out how it's supposed to, and y'all just pray for us that December is really the time, because I'm ready to get out of here. I'm not even really thinking about Christmas. I'm like, I don't know if we'll be able to you know, really have anything or be able to be in before Christmas. So if not, it's okay. There's always next year. But it did make me kind of sad that I couldn't do any fall or anything like that, because that's what I had planned on doing. So yeah, but I'll be back with another video next week when they do the brick and the drywall. So thank y'all so much for watching, and again, thank you to all my new subscribers, old ones, all of that. I really appreciate the views and the comments, and I really like to hear what's going on with y'all's builds too, because I know a lot of y'all are building homes, so we're just kind of, you know, a whole big community of people just trying to see what's going on with other people's stuff. And yeah, so again, thank you for watching, and I'll be back.